Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell 'em. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. I'm truly excited to have Dr. Lakeyshure Marzell on with us today. An amazing lady that's been doing some great things in education, and truly excited to have her on and share her journey. So first, Doc, thanks so much for taking the time to hang out and interview with the Success Chronicles.
I am super duper excited to be here, and I am looking forward to chatting with you.
Let's
And,
go.
just getting, everyone who's out there listening, I'm super excited to meet each and every one of you all.
Well, let's get it. Well, off air when we connected, you kind of talked to me about your journey, kind of where you're from, and a little bit about your path. If you don't mind, sharing a little bit about that with the audience so they have an idea of who you are and what it is you do.
Okay, just to share a little about myself, I am, like Mr. Baker said, I'm Dr. Lakeyshure Marzell. I am originally from Winsboro, Louisiana. That is a very rural town in Northeast Louisiana. Um, I grew up number 6 of 8 children. However, by the time I think earliest I can remember, second grade, it was 10 of us. And that would be my 2 cousins growing up in a 3-bedroom house. I enjoy growing up with such a large family because one thing I think it left with me is the ability to know how to share and, to give to other people. So growing up with such a large family, kind of cultivated the person I am today. Just a little more about my background. I played basketball in high school. Was a all sports girl where I played baseball, not softball, baseball, with my brother, who would often throw rocks at me to get me off the baseball field. But I ran track. I did it all, and I also was a cheerleader in high school, and that kind of laid the foundation for me to get a athletic scholarship to the Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where I lettered in women's basketball for Southern University, the Lady Jaguars. Just recently, I was inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame for Southern University, class of 2023. Go Jags!
That's
Yay!
awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, 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 yes. And so I graduated from Southern with a BS in psych rehab, and I went on to get my master's from the University of Louisiana at Monroe in Monroe, Louisiana. While I was there, I'm sorry, guys. While I was there, it was there in Winsboro where I got an opportunity to coach girls basketball. So I chose education because I wanted to be a coach, not because I wanted to be a teacher. And I learned early that those two things came togetger.
Yeah.
So yes, you got to teach to coach. I just wanted to coach.
Yeah.
So they broke it to me, real softly. Lakeysha, you gotta teach too. So they put me in a social studies class where I went the alternative route. But at least that's where I got my start and fell in love with education. So I have been in education now this is year 27 for me.
Awesome.
Yes, experienced many ebbs and flows, the evolution of education. But through it all, I'm still standing in year 27. So that's
awesome.
part of my story.
There you go. Well, first, I just want to say congratulations on the neat journey. Just so many things as I hear you talk about, just like the growth that you would have to have in college, to do those things that you did, and like the relationships build and the lessons learned. along that journey. Just so many things come up for me as I heard you talk about your journey. But what are three things you accomplished along that journey or in your life that you're proud of?
I would definitely say family and my faith first. Family, like I kind of alluded to earlier, I grew up in a very large family, and I didn't think I wanted a large family, but I do have four kids. Where my husband and we have four children. I have a 25-year-old, a 20-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 12-year-old. So one of my most proudest, well, the biggest accomplishment I think I have is, my children. And of course, my faith is connected to that as well. I would say the second would definitely be my education. Growing up in a family, when I say a part of my life story, um, although my parents were married up until I was in fourth grade, they did divorce, and uh, this is kind of unique in the 1980s. My father was the person who actually raised me and my siblings.
Mm,
So I was raised by my father. And so education, I wouldn't say was a priority. It was, he just needs us to go to school and get an education and be the best us that we can be. So there was not a lot of stress when it related to, getting an education. He just wanted us to go to school and be successful and good people. The people I met, for instance, a high school boyfriend who had a family who, where education was very important. I was
yeah.
around that family who showed me, what college life could be like. When you grow up in a rural town that, like I did, that was very, divided. There was not a lot of opportunities for little girls and boys who look like me when it came to post-secondary education. So that is a route that I had to learn to pursue for myself. And,
Hmm.
I did that by surrounding myself with people, of like minds. In saying that, education became important to me because I saw it be important to other people.
Yeah.
So I I had an opportunity to, visit different places, and that is why I ended up going to Southern University as well as playing basketball. That was also my ticket. I'm so sorry too. I don't know if you can hear that sound, but I can.
Oh no,
But
no, you're good.
okay, yeah. So my education and just being able to say that a little girl from Winsboro, Louisiana,
Come on,
who had a C average in
come
high
on.
school,
Yeah, yeah.
was able to, who was kind of nurtured as a star athlete. I was able to use my brain and to accelerate myself when it came to my education and to attain my doctorate degree. And I am a first generation college student, and I am the only college graduate in my family, only doctor in my family as well. And
Man,
when I think about the third, go ahead, go ahead.
I just want to say that gave me chills right there. But I'll let you finish. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And so the third thing would probably be my career, although I
Mhm.
fight with it often because um, there are so many critics in this world, and the stress of trying to attain success and what success looks like to us, well, for me it's always a struggle. But I think my father used to say, I just want you to do better than I did. I want you to do better than my parents did. So that was kind of the bar for me or whatever. So I am very critical when it comes to my career. And, when is success? When am I going to hit success to me? But my career to me is an accomplishment to be a person or be an individual who, to me, I don't want to say I came from nothing because honestly, I didn't know I was poor until I was an adult and, got a chance
Looking
to get
back.
exposed to the world
Yeah, yeah.
and knew that that sharing my pants with my brother was not necessarily, That wasn't normal,
Yeah.
so, and I thank God for that,
Yep. Yep.
you grow up poor, and never know you were poor.
Mhm.
And I thank I thank God for that, and I thank my father for that, or whatever. But my career is that third thing that I would say that I am definitely proud of.
It's cool. Yeah, it's true. I think the thing for me that I think of, like you talked about, I think for me it was love in the house, right? I didn't know like how fortunate I was to have that. I didn't know that we were lesser because it was so much love in the house. Until you went out,
Yes.
and you're like, wait, that's a rare thing right there. Did you see? I love how you talked about like sharing the pants with your brother. Wait, everybody don't do that.
Okay, yes, yes. I did not know. And,
Yeah.
my dad, I think, now that we're older and we talk about things,
Mhm.
I'm really close to my father, but, he made like $1,400 a month. And you were able
Mhm.
to, we owned a house, and I know these things now, but we owned a house. We always had food. Our lights were always on, and you were taking care of, 10 kids. And two of them were my mother's nieces, and he
Mhm.
never, ever, ever complained about anything. He doesn't complain till this day. It's just the way of life for him,
Yep.
and the way that things are supposed to be. And, he's a rarity, and I thank God for my father.
So good. Well, just hearing you talk about your journey, hearing you discuss the three things that you're proud of, I would consider that to be hugely successful. So let's hit on success. What is your definition of success?
I thought about that so many times in
Hmm.
reflection, and I think about two people. I think about President Theodore Roosevelt and Michelle Obama, two great contrasts, right? Theodore Roosevelt, because it's not the critic who counts, and Michelle Obama, because for me, she said that success, and I'm paraphrasing, success is not measured in money, but in the things that you do in people's lives. And I think about, that now, and the fact that as an educator, I get to do that every
Every day.
single
Yeah.
day,
Yep. Yep.
and at varying levels, but that's success for me. When I get that phone call and it's, hey, coach, guess what? Or, coach, I did this, and I really appreciate the sacrifices that you made for me that no one knows about, So for me, that's success, and the fact that every day I get the opportunity to walk through somebody's building to create those opportunities, that's success.
So good. Well, as we close, I'd love for you to get an opportunity to share with the audience where they can go, follow you, check you out with some of the things great things you have going on.
Well, so I am, of course, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. And of course, my name is Lakeyshure, and last name Marzell, Marzell. You can also follow me on Facebook at Lakeyshure Marzell. But that's about it.
That's great.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
Doc, I just want to tell you again, thank you so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles. I truly appreciate it, and I wish you continued success.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me, and I appreciate this opportunity.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless.
Thank you.
Go get it.